Mike
Yes.
Vick, it had been rumored, was going to take the Sacramento State job with the $50 million NIL pool that the downtown Sacramento businesses have put together. They're building new facilities, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Could you please tell the people where Mike Vick will actually be coaching and your thoughts on the matter?
He will actually be coaching at Norfolk State University. Behold the green and gold, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
And I'm glad that John, me and you, we kicked it out there in the 757s because you got like firsthand experience about how tight knit that community
For
is
sure.
there, right?
Specials. Yeah,
Yeah.
special.
So we got word that Mike Vick was being considered for the Norfolk State job. And then it felt like after that, we got word that he was being considered for the Sacramento State job. And the Sacramento State job, it is a job where they say they've got like a $50 million NIL budget. They've got a new stadium. They've got like top-notch facilities on the way. And Mike Vick chose to stay home and to help bring the local HBCU to glory. And to people who are familiar with the way 757 people do this, should not be a shocker.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the nation might be surprised, but me as a Virginian, as me being someone familiar with, people, from the 757, how they move, that's par for the course because what they do there, they're a very tight-knit community. I feel like the worst thing you can do as someone who comes up from that area is forget where you came from because they take giving back so seriously. They take being connected to their community so seriously. Like when John was out there and we were doing the Keyshawn Davis thing for Top Rank, like he saw firsthand, so many people who were supporting him, just because he was the local Norfolk kid. And he's a Norfolk dude who's the number 3 lightweight in the world, lives and trains in Vegas. And he wanted to have his biggest fight back at the crib in Norfolk. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's something that, like I said, it's not surprising when the cloth that people are cut from in that area. It, like I said, very, very tight knit community. Like to go back to the Top Rank shit we were at, they had Bruce Smith pop out for Keyshawn Davis's.
The fucking
presser.
mayor pulled up.
The mayor pulled up.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, right?
People were pulled up in line 11 a.m. You know
on
what
a
I'm saying?
Thursday.
On a Thursday, bro.
Yeah.
For Keyshawn. Like it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. And Bruce Smith, like the NFL leader in sacks. If you were creating an all-time NFL defensive line, he's on that motherfucker. And he popped out on a Thursday just because it's a hometown kid who's making good. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a really big deal for Virginia. I think it's a really big deal for HBCUs. And like I said, I'm not surprised because folks from the 757, they just cut from a very, very different cloth, man. Loyalty is everything out there. And this just exemplifies that.
Also, the NIL deals, like to help in the facilities, help with recruiting. Nigga, I'm Mike Vick. You know what I mean? Like, I would love, I mean, I don't know if his appeal's the same, you know what I'm saying, as it was, but I'd imagine kids would, just like they love playing for Sanders, you know what I'm saying, for Dion. Like, that's Mike Vick. You know what I mean? Like, dog, I think like his name is going to pull a lot of people that way regardless. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, obviously the loyalty for sure, but I don't think that NIL money would, you know what I'm saying, is going to be as much motivation as it is like to play for fucking Mike Vick, especially for the VA kids.
Yeah, NIL money is motivation over every other thing in the fucking world right now in college sports, I do think. But Mike Vick, I think, is smart to understand that if it's 50 million NIL pool at Sacramento State or his name at Norfolk, like that's,
you feel me,
that's
at home type shit.
Yeah. He's the most beloved football player in the state. And this is a state that gave us fucking giants like Bruce Smith and Lawrence Taylor. And Mike Vick is more beloved than both of them. You know what I mean? Like, he means a lot to, especially to these youngins, to folks our generation and below us. So, like, and one thing is, like, Virginia is a hotbed of it's a sleeping giant when it comes to football talent. And we've always just known, as folks living in Virginia, when we see an all-time, great high school athlete, a 5-star kid coming through us, we're like, okay, this kid is playing football out of state. There is no,
I was just going to ask you, where does the average 5-star go? Like, where are you expecting him to play?
Like Percy Harvin, 757 went to Florida. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Percy Harvin was one of the most, touted prospects and during his year coming out. And Ronald Curry, who I've said is the best football player in the history of of high school of Virginia
Yeah.
high school sports,
Yeah.
right? We knew the whole time he wasn't going to UVA or Virginia Tech. We knew he was leaving, and he went to UNC. So yeah, there is for sure. We do not have a monopoly where we know that if there's a top-notch VA kid, there's this Virginia program that's going to have first dibs on her more likely, right? And I'm not at all saying that Vic can be that guy and make an HBCU that program, but I for sure think he can snag a few 4 stars, 5 stars here and there. Absolutely.
I mean, that's all you. I mean, that's the that's the game. I would say you talk about 5 stars, yeah, bro. Like in the state of California, one of the top 10 recruits this year signed with USC. Everyone else went to the SEC. Like the SEC in the NIL era, the SEC is the NFL junior, and it's gonna be, I think, over the next couple of years, a real sharp separation. Not that there hasn't already been a separation, obviously, but like you just see the one kid that signed with USC, they flipped from Texas A&M late. Like, they're just spending money in a completely different way. We have kids out here like Polynesian kids who are at USC or Arizona or whatever. Someone walks up to you and says, "They'll give you $4 million to play college football next year, bro." Great that you're building a new stadium. Great that this school is closer to my mom, whatever. You're talking about, I'm 19 and I can make the kind of money that like Troy Aikman made. Or Michael Irvin, like, you know what I mean? Like the all-time greats 30 years ago were making what like a depth lineman at Auburn is going to be making. You know what I mean? It's just it's a different world, bro. Jackson, you saw like the entire USC Trojans are in the fucking portal.
They don't have a roster for their bowl game.
Like both like but
not
no,
a joke.
Right.
They might not field a team for the bowl game because
where are they playing? What bowl they playing in? Yeah, so I don't give a fuck.
Are they in the Poinsettia Bowl?
The Ham Bowl.
They're in the Who Gives a Fuck Bowl. They're in the fucking They're in the Ham Cup. I don't know, brother. They're in the Boar's Head fucking bowl.
They're in the Las Vegas Bowl against Texas A&M.
That makes a lot of sense though. Like after, you know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. I did not know that, but yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Athletically and also wild boy.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Very wild.
PA nigga for sure.
Yeah.
God, if he got to link up with Mike Vick, though, that would have been a show.
I mean, I think Mike Vick, Deshaun Jackson will still be. That's one of my favorite connections ever, bro. There's a lot of people you could put with Mike Vick, and it instantly becomes an all-time classic.
It's the most wonderful time of the year for getting in on all the hoops, football and hockey action at DraftKings Sportsbook. In the season of giving, we're being gifted college football and basketball, pro football and basketball, and pro hockey too, almost 24/7.
So many games every day, so many opportunities to place your first bet. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and place your bet. And here's a gift for all new customers. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jenkins. That's code Jenkins for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Happy holidays from DraftKings. The crown is yours.